So this was a pop quiz related to motion, pop quiz 6. In the first question, car of mass m is traveling along a straight horizontal road at a constant speed. So car is moving at a constant speed. Whenever object move with a constant speed, what is the resultant force? The resultant force on the object is zero. Like there is no resultant. There are forces, but the resultant force is zero. At time t equals to zero, the driver of the car sees an obstruction in the road ahead of a car and he applies the brake. The car does not begin to decelerate or does not reduce the speed. What is meant by the term deceleration? It's of two mark. So the term deceleration means it is a decrease in speed or velocity. Velocity is a better term because acceleration and decelerations are related to change in velocity rather than only speed. So it is a decrease in speed or of velocity in unit time. So how much the speed reduced every second, that is known as the deceleration. And if it was acceleration, if this was about acceleration, then we call that as it is a increase in speed or a velocity in unit time. Suggest one reason why the car does not begin to decelerate at time t equals 0. So what actually happened? This is a very common question. When you are driving a car and you see like there is an obstruction or a road blockage or the signals turn red, then what will happen? You will think that I should stop the car and you will take time to react. So why the car does not began to decelerate when the time is 0? Because what actually happened, the driver will take time to react. That's why it does not decelerate instantly. It will take some time and then it will decelerate. Figure 1.1 is a distance time graph for a car for a time t equals 0 till the 5 seconds. You can see the slope is decreasing. Whenever a distance in time graph, if the slope is decreasing, it means the speed is decreasing. For a curve, even for example, if we have a speed time graph, which is a curve, or we have a distance time graph and it's a curve. So to work out the speed or an acceleration, we can work out the speed from a distance time graph and we can work out the acceleration from velocity time graph or a speed time graph. So for a curve, you have to draw a tangent. State the property of a distance time graph that corresponds to speed. So what corresponds to speed? The gradient or the slope of this graph correspond to the speed. Figure 1.1, determine the initial speed. Because it's a curve, so initial speed like this part, what we can do, there are two ways. You can draw a tangent or you can take only the region where this is a straight line. And you can work out the gradient of that part till this is a straight line. You can work out the gradient of that part, or you can use a formula that speed is distance over time because it's a straight line. So when we work out, like example, 10 boxes equals to 20. So each box is 2. So this is representing 24. And the time interval 10 boxes equals to 1. So each is 0.1. So this is representing 1.1. So it will be I can use a gradient. I can draw a tangent. I can work out the gradient of the tangent as it is starting from origin. So the x1 and y1 will be 0. It does not make difference. So it will be 2.4 divided by 1.1. That is equals to 2.4 divided by 1.1, that's equals to 2.18 meter per second. Sorry, not 2.4, by mistake, it's 24. So it's 24 divided by 1.1. So it will be 21.8 meter per second. Whenever you're using a graph, you should always show like how you're using the graph. You should always draw the lines. Whenever a question is there, like this question is of 2 marks. So 1 mark is for representing like showing the lines on the graph. So this was a pop quiz 6, which was related to motion. Motion is a very common topic in past exam papers. You will find variety of questions. Almost every year there's a question from this topic, like motion, momentum, forces. These are the topics which you will find always in the exam.